Okay, so we will continue with the left out part in the previous class. With respect to Python, we worked with displaying something on the screen and accepting input from the keyboard. So for displaying, we were using print function. For accepting, we were using input function. So any program algorithm requires these things. Something has to be taken as input, some processing takes place, and then it will be displayed out in a proper format. So till now we were working only on the interpreter side, on the command line interpreter. There are advantages and disadvantages. One main drawback if we work with only interpreter, command based interpreter, is it takes only one line of instruction at a time. And even that one line, you cannot replicate it. If you want to execute the same line again and again multiple times, either you have to copy paste it or type it on your own. Instead of that, it is always better to save your instructions in a program. So in today's class, we will see how to save something in a program and execute it. So for typing anything in a file, we require an editor. When you install Python, the editor is also part of it. So the default editor supported by Python is IDLE. I will start sharing my screen. If Python is successfully installed in systems, you'll automate the moment you type it in the search, you'll get IDLE. We click on that. Right. Okay. Right. Now, if we observe again carefully in the screen that I am sharing, this is again Python 2.7.9. We are recommending 3.x. In one system, you can have multiple Python interpreters. So, but since this is not, since I don't need this, I will again close it and again open with IDLE 3.7. So you can find it here. Okay, I click this. Okay, now, so 3.8.5, 3.x. Okay. Now, the one we are showing it is called as the IDLE. IDLE. So what is IDLE? The full form, Python's Integrated Development and Learning Environment, IDLE. This comes along with the Python software that you download. This acts as an editor. Editor is one where you can type programs, you can execute them. Okay, and this also will have the Python interpreter. Earlier we were using the command-based Python interpreter. Now we'll be using IDLE-based command interpreter. Okay, you have an option called file. Here you go to new file. You create a new file. Now in this editor, now we can write some group of instructions that can be given to the Python interpreter. Okay. Since we know display, input, etc., let us write a few instructions and try to execute it here. So the hash is called as the comment. You can just like in Raptor also we have comments. Similarly, we are having comments here. To make any line comment, we can use hash. So I will just say this is a sample. We use the word script for Python programs. Script for okay. I take a variable a. We don't require any declaration. I directly take int input, enter a number, or let us say enter a name. Let us first check with strings. There is a spelling mistake in input. Let me call it as name. And then I want to print whatever I have entered. Print. Enter your name. Print your name is. So we are combining two statements into one. We make it as a file. So I have to save this file. Save. You can select any location for saving. I am selecting some location. Okay. Since this is my first file, just say sample. By default, it will give us Python file. So the moment I save it, I can see the name of the file here, sample1.py. So Python scripts will have a file extension py. C programs will have a file extension C. Raptor flowcharts will have a file extension RAP. Similarly, Scratch projects which you download will have some file extension SB. Depending upon the version we use, either it is SB or SB3. So every file, depending upon what purpose you use, will have certain file extension for that corresponding application to understand it and open in a particular format. Okay. So Python scripts will have py as the file extension. Now that you have saved, now you have to run your program, run your script. So there is an option here, run. I say run module. So that script gets executed in our IDLE based Python interpreter. So this is the location where your program is or your script is. So enter your name. I'm typing my name. And the second statement is print. So your name is whatever name that you type. Okay. So this is one way of grouping together multiple instructions and putting them in a file. So again, if you want, or parallelly, you can also view the other one which will be open. This is also will be there. Okay. Now, those who are new to Python, who are doing it for the first time, you can do it on your laptops. Go for IDLE. If you have multiple Python interpreters in your system, choose the one which is 3.x. Write a small script and get it executed, display the result. Right? Okay. Any other doubts? Okay. Now we will go ahead, try to modify a few things for the same program. Now the input function by default it only takes strings. It only takes strings and store whatever you give as string that we have tested in the previous session. Now, what if you want to take numbers? So we will write a small script to find out whether a number that you have taken as input is either even or odd. So to convert your one type to another type, we have something called as typecasting. I use int typecasting or int function, int. So what it does is whatever argument you give to this int function, it will convert that into integer and store it in a variable. So I take the variable as n. I say enter a number. Okay. So for our convenience, I will put it as comment. This script, make the habit of commenting what your program does. This script will find out whether a number, whether a given number is even or odd. Right. So this line will take a number. Since input function, even though you give a number, input function treats it as a string, we have to convert that string into an integer. So for conversion purpose, we are using int function. Now that we have a number, so what is the algorithm to use? We divide it with 2. If we get a remainder 0, it is even number, else it is odd number. So we have if statement, if n, whatever remainder operator that was used in Raptor, percentage symbol is also works in Python. So if n %2. So double equal to is the comparison operator. We have to use colon to end that if statement. Press enter. Print. Accepted number is even. Else you can ask the oh. I have to directly type it even here. Now let us save this program. You can see star here at the top. If it is star means it is unsaved. The moment you save it, that star will be over. That means whatever is visible to us, it is a saved thing. So once you save, we run. So enter a number. I enter 8. So the accepted number is even. If you want to run the program again, you go to run again module. This time we give an odd number. The accepted number is odd. Okay. Now let us go to the program. This part. The first part, anyhow, it is known. We are accepting a number because input takes only string. It takes string, but we convert that into an integer. Then here we are using if statement. We are using a control structure. So what is a control structure? It determines what is the flow of your execution. So if is an example for a control structure. So if whatever here, it should be a Boolean value. It should be either true or false. So if the expression is true, whatever you write this inside this block gets executed. If this expression is false, it comes to the else. Whatever you write inside the else will get executed. We have this if control structures in almost every programming language. If you are habituated with C or Java, we use braces to make them as controls. Something like this. Then we type, then we close. Okay. So we in C and Java we call them as opening brace and closing brace. So inside this we write some group of our instructions. But in Python, those braces do not indicate a block. Those braces, they are used for some other purpose. So to tell the Python interpreter that couple of statements are part of if, couple of statements are part of else, it follows something called as indentation. It uses indentation. So indentation means all the statements which are part of it will be printed. Maybe 3 or 4 spaces, they move it to the right hand side and then we keep on typing it. Okay. Similarly, statements which are part of else will be moved a couple of spaces and then we execute them. Right. So this spaces, writing statements like this, it is called as indentation. So the moment you put colon, the IDLE automatically decides that whatever you type next, they are part of the if. The moment you type colon for else, it knows that whatever you type are part of the else. So it automatically gives these spaces. Okay. And if you don't follow it, suppose I don't follow it and type it like this. Okay. So either it will give us an error message or you will get output which is not expected. Let us test it once. Right. So it is syntax error, expected and indented block. And it is also pointing, the cursor also points to the line where it is not indented properly. So syntax error we have also seen earlier at the time of command based interpreter. So this is another syntax error. So putting things indented properly is part of the syntax in Python. So what we have to do, we have to again use the tabs, put it there and try to run it. Now it is running. Right. Okay. Now those who are connected through laptops make an attempt to write this code to find out whether a number is prime or odd.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
If n percentage tool you kept double equal to no, sir, comparison. What if we keep only single equal to?
What if we keep?
Only 1 equal to.
Okay. So 1 equal to is assignment. Here we are putting equal to no 1 equal to. So 1 equal to is assignment.
What if we execute this program, sir?
Will execute. Where is equal to? Okay. Let's save this. So now what do you expect? So if I put the n percentage to assigned to 0, what could be an output? Just guess.
I think there will be no difference.
Syntax error.
Okay, one possibility syntax error. That means the syntax error means the program doesn't get executed, right? That is one possibility. Any other possibilities?
I think there will be no difference.
There will be no.
Difference.
There will be no.
Difference, sir.
There will be no inference. Okay.
Difference, sir. Difference.
There will be no difference. There will be no difference. So, okay. So two possibilities: either you get a syntax error, or it doesn't. There is no difference between single equal to or double equal to. So let us test. I'm saving it again. I'm running the module. So, someone said it is syntax error. But this time, what is the syntax? It is invalid syntax. Okay. This is an expression. So that expression will give a result. So generally, in programming languages, how does the
Sir, a small doubt.
Let me complete this. I will come back.
Okay.
So how does the assignment work in maybe Python or other programming languages? You have a variable. This is LHS. Expression. LHS. Okay. So how does an assignment work on the this on RHS right hand side? You will have an expression. So the expression will result into some value. That value you store it in a variable. Okay, let us take the case here in the first statement. So input function. What is the role of this input? It takes something from the keyboard. Okay, and after taking what it is doing, it is giving to int function. What does int function do? It will convert that string into an integer. Now we have an integer. We have the result of this expression. Expression did not be some combination of pluses, minuses, etc. Arithmetic expressions. Expression can be a result of a function or something else. There are different forms of expressions. So right hand side gets evaluated. That value is stored in a variable. So this is a variable. Now when it comes here, if where is the expression actually? N percentage 2 is the calculated part. N percent 2 is the expression. You give a number, I give 10, 10 I divide it with 2, I get 5 as the answer. I get 0 as the answer. So remainder, no? 10 divided by 2, remainder is 0. So this is the expression. And this expression you are putting it on the LHS, left hand side. That is not how the assignment works. Expression will be on the right hand side. The value of the expression should be stored to something which is there on the LHS left hand side. Expression will be on the right hand side. But this is the other way around. So you got that syntax error, invalid expression, something like that. Okay. Now someone was asking another doubt.
Okay, it is okay. No. It's not So something. So now this time the property is the margin.
No, the same thing if we deviate from the problem of finding whether it is even or odd. If we completely remove this, Now, what could be the execution? Will it give the same kind of message or it will give something else?
Except 0 for everything, it will give you odd, sir.
It will give
Odd, sir. For
Odd, sir.
except 0, except 0, it will
Sir,
give
no, sir,
everything
it
odd,
should
sir.
be
It will give errors.
error,
okay.
sir.
No.
One
Double equal
option is it will
0
be
or
error.
double equal to should be there.
no, okay.
Syntax
One,
error, sir.
Syntax error comes.
okay. One idea is it will give you syntax error. Okay. Other than that, do we get any out? Suppose assuming that it is not syntax, we will execute now. Assuming that it is not syntax, what other possibility is there? Either it has to print me even or print me odd. Okay, let us test. I have saved it. I am running the module. Again, it is giving me invalid syntax. Okay, so
Sir,
we have to put something, an expression which gives us the Boolean value.
sir, if we use some other code writers like PyCharm, sir, it is giving a red underliner, sir, to correct it.
Okay, so when we discuss about another kind of ID, integrated development environments, we'll take that case now. Then, so for the time being, for today's class, we are only working with the predefined editor which comes with Python.
Sir, you kept the condition in brackets, no, sir. N
Okay,
equal to
right.
0.
Suppose if we remove the brackets, let us see then.
I executed, sir. It is executed.
It is executing, right? Okay, good.
Sir, if we give space also, it's showing indent error, sir.
Indentation is determined by the
Like
editor,
I got
not by the
syntax
user.
error.
Okay, now let us see this. We have removed brackets and then we'll try to run. Okay. Again, it is giving me invalid syntax. And it is showing the place where the invalid syntax is. Now let us come back to the original. I just put, and now that someone has said that putting brackets is, now let me remove the brackets and check.
No,
Let's
sir,
come
if you
back to the
remove it,
original
is
program.
not, it will not work, sir. Syntax
Okay.
error.
Okay, I have removed the brackets. Let me just check.
Works, sir.
So enter a number. I am checking odd. Let me run the number again. Let me run the script again. Let me give an even number. It is giving. Okay, so putting brackets or removing brackets do not have any effect on the execution of the code in Python.
Sir, even you kept a space between the in between the condition, no, sir.
Okay.
N percentage. If you remove the spaces also, it won't make any difference, sir.
Which one? This one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us test anything. We can just test it and then see. I'll again test with even number. So whether you give space, you don't give space, it's treated as the same way. So you for generally when you learn something new, we start with small examples and we come to a certain conclusion. Okay, now we are testing with only if else part. We have given an expression inside if, then we have put equal to, we got some output, then we write that observation. Maybe next week onwards, if we go with the full-fledged Python thing, we expect you, when you try to solve any problem you are supposed to go through different cases like this. You keep checking whether if we write like this, what is the output? If we write like this, what is this output? If there is no difference, then what is the point in putting spaces? When you give spaces, it gives us the same result. You don't give spaces, even then it gives the same result. Then what is the point in giving spaces, or what is the point in removing the spaces? Will it work only for this n percentage too? Will it work for any other expressions? Is it only for readability purpose, so that if I type like this, as humans, we can understand in a better way? If we type, if we don't give spaces, maybe the visibility of the program is not good, something like that. So these points, you check it and then write in the record. We have one column now, your observations. What is that you have learned from that? You can include them there. And 100 plus students, each will have their own observation. I have observed something, someone else might have observed another thing. If we combine all these observations and maybe in some class if we discuss, we will understand in a better way. Okay. Now,
Sir, I'm
yes.
getting syntax error, sir. Can I share my screen? I don't know
Okay.
what's the.
I will stop my screen share.
Okay. Sir.
Okay. Right. You can present.
So here, I'm getting this as syntax errors.
Okay. Right. So don't give space, put colon directly without
I'm not giving any
bracket.
space.
Put colon, right? Save it.
So it will come save. This is syntax error.
Okay. Let us see where it went wrong. Let us check. Click OK.
There is space between if and the functions.
Okay. Remove that space then. You have to save, right?
Same.
If you don't save, automatically it is coming, right?
Sir, you have to keep a double bracket there, sir.
Okay, now go to the semicolon.
So
Semicolon.
Sir, n is equal to int.
Sir, int plus
At
input
the ending, you have to
after
keep two
double
brackets.
bracket.
You only kept only one bracket. Sir,
Another
at the
bracket.
ending.
Aha, okay, right.
Yes, sir.
No, not
No.
at the ending. At the ending, brother.
Where?
At the end, not n equal to int bracket input bracket enter the number. We only kept one.
Closing bracket.
Yeah, closing bracket. We only kept one closing bracket. We have to keep two.
Okay, someone is right. Good. Now, again, if you observe carefully the interpreter, it is not showing the error there. It is showing the error
Yes,
in
sir.
colon. Okay.
Yes.
Now
Okay,
execute
sir.
this program. Execute this program. Let us check.
Yes, sir.
Executed. We could
Yes,
not
sir.
see. We could see only this. Now, in some cases, we cannot rely completely on the interpreter. This is one example. Okay. So the definition given to why it is like that, for that to understand, we have to go deeper into how the Python interpreter code is written. Okay, maybe in this example, the moment you look at the code, we are able to find out that there is a missing bracket. Okay, in some cases, you may not, if the code is very lengthy, 100, 200, 300 lines, okay, you may not understand. The error will be pointing somewhere, but the actual thing will be somewhere else. So for that to know, if we just practice it with small things like this, we can understand in a better way. Right. So any more, those who are practicing parallelly, any more questions, doubts?
Sir, now we are checking one number now, sir.
Yes.
For checking the second number, do we need to run it again, or we can check in the same time at the same time?
You mean, okay, if I share it. Right. Suppose I save it here. Did I make any changes? No. Okay, I run this. Okay, now I'm giving some number, say 9. You want to run the same script, it's a new number. We are doing it now for a long time. We are giving another numbers.
There is some disturbance, sir.
It is not disturbance. Some other class is going on. Just like I am taking class, someone else is also taking class. Okay. Now, if you want to run another with another value, you run the code again. What is there? But
Zero.
సార్ మీరు మాట్లాడేది చాలా స్లోగా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు సార్ అటు సైడ్ మాట్లాడేది అరిసేస్తారు
నేను వాళ్ళకి డిస్టర్బెన్స్ గా ఉంటుందని నేను స్లోగా మాట్లాడుతున్నాను.
కనుక డైరెక్ట్ క్లాస్ there is no need of any mic.
We have to get used to this. Earlier when it was offline, we have to shout so that our voice should be greater than other 60 students. Now with the mic and all, we have to speak as low as possible. Fine. Is your doubt cleared?
Yes.
Right. We write program so that we give the program should work for multiple cases. Again, in this context, so far we did not test for even numbers. Let me run the same code again. Where is it? Okay. I run this again. F5 is the shortcut key for running it. I don't have to open this again. Fine. Now, what if I give a floating value? Okay. So you're asking for a number. I give 67.8. 67.8 as a string goes to int function. So how does int function treat 67.8? It gave me an error, value error, invalid literal for int with base 10 67.8. Okay. Now what will happen if I give a character? So I am asking for a number, but I'm giving a C again. So value error, invalid literal for int with base 10. What you are giving is C. What it is expecting is a number with base 10. We are giving 67.8. Even 67.8 is, for our knowledge, it is again a number with base 10, but still it is in base 10. You give only integer, int, integer values only. If you give anything else, it will give you an error.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, for suppose for reminder not equal to 0, sir, in Python,
Okay.
what should we use, sir?
Okay,
In
good.
Raptor, we used to use question mark.
Right. Good. Right. What if it is not equal to 0? So now what you have to change the condition. If it is not equal to 0, now let us see whether my script gets executed or not. I'm not giving any spaces at all. Continuously I will be typing. So enter a number. I'm giving some odd number. Again run. Let me give an even number. It is giving even. So when I go to this, so negation, exclamation in Raptor also we give, in Python also that. So negation is like not.
Sir, should we use single is equal to or double is equal to, sir? 2 or 1?
Which one? For which?
For negation, sir.
Negation, instead of 1, we are using this. Here, if I split, so this is not equal to.
Okay, sir. Sir, can we enter 2 conditions in one line, sir?
Oh, good. Right. That is where we have this end or no. We can write. Let us test that. For readability purpose, I am putting brackets. Later on, I will remove it. And n greater than some number. Two conditions I am putting. Print the accepted number is odd, greater than 10.
Sir, great
Else
spelling mistakes.
greater, okay, GREATER, greater than 10. Else, if you want a continuous sequence of conditions, else if again the same thing I will put.
Now, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
4 conditions we can use.
You can give any number of conditions. Okay, let us put like this. The accepted number is odd and less than 10. Some you can just an example. It may not have any logical meaning. Okay. And now I'm not giving else at all. Even I started with if. Else will not have any condition. If only will have a condition. Else will not have any condition. This is else if condition. And I am just want to see whether it is mandatory to use
Else
else.
spelling.
We can continue with else for how many
Else
times?
spelling, sir.
This is combination of else if. So ELIF only is valid.
Sir, we can create conditions like that. So many, sir. Else if
Any number
conditions.
of times.
Okay, sir.
Now let me give. We are checking for odd. Now what is we are checking? Not equal to 0 is odd. We are checking. So I give 89. The accepted number is odd and greater than 10. So it is coming here. Checking this. Then it is true. It goes to this. It is true. We are getting this. So only when. So what is end? It was discussed in the beginning classes. If both the statements are true, the entire statement expression is also true. If any one is false, it goes to the other one. The entire thing is false. Let me run the script with some other input. I give less than 10. So the accepted number is odd and less than 10. It is coming to the other. It is coming to this part. What if it fails both? Let us see what will happen. I give an even number, big even number, 44. Nothing get printed because we did not write any case to catch hold of that. So nothing is there. So neither if goes into this, neither this goes into here. So whatever is there at the end, there is nothing. So nothing is getting displayed. So you can have multiple conditions in if. You can have again this is called as nested if loop, if statements, nested if statements. So like that you can give any number. And it is not mandatory that for every if there should be an else. We have tested now. So suppose even if we remove this, I'm just putting comments. Okay. There is only if. There is no else. Let us see whether it will work or not. I'm giving a number which is great, which is odd as well as greater than 10. I will testing one more case where I'm giving a number which is even and greater than 10. It doesn't go into the if block. Again, I will execute where the number is odd but less than 10. We cannot, it doesn't go into the if part. Okay, now if will have condition, you can have any number of conditions inside this. To combine those, we can use either AND or whatever logical connectors are there, we can do them, we can use it. If it is not mandatory to use else, if you have nested ifs, we can use else if. And let me add one more thing. You cannot use only else expression. Else should be used with if only. You cannot use else alone. It has to be used in combination with if only. Okay, so we will stop it here. We have introduced a way using IDLE where we can write programs in Python. Instead of calling them as a program, we use the word script. So we can write a script is a combination of statements. You can have multiple statements, put them in one place, give a name to this. Because it is Python, it will have py extension. Then within the environment itself, you have way where you can execute it. So this is the default editor for Python.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I have a doubt, sir. Can I screen share, sir?
Okay, I'm stopping my screen share. Right.
Sir, I have written this, sir, for leap year.
Okay.
Sir, I have given 3 conditions in one line, sir. It is
Okay.
giving me error, sir.
Let us see what the error is. Indentation. Well, that is related to indentation error now.
Sir, then how to do this, sir?
Go to the if statement.
Sir.
Go to the ending part.
Sir.
Press enter. Okay. Now, as you can see, you are expected to write the next statement from the cursor. So keep on deleting and see that the print is coming to that place. The print statement is coming. Okay, not backspace. Again, put column at the end of if. Enter. Keep using delete. Delete. Right. Okay, that's all. Keep print. Okay. Go to the last print. Press enter. Go to print. No. Line number 3.
Yes, sir.
Line number 3.
Yes, sir. I'm on line number 3.
Go to the end part.
Yes.
Press enter. Okay. Now else statement is not part of if, no. It is again a separate thing. So bring else to the first column.
Should I get
keep
else
on
here,
keep
sir?
on deleting again backspace back. Okay, back. Put else only. Put else. Take okay. Go to back. Keep on putting backspace. Keep on pressing backspace. Right, again backspace. Right, keep it. No. Press enter. See that the 4th line is starting from the first column.
Just give one backspace, Yashwant.
You have to start the else from here, brother.
Okay, someone help me. Right. You have to start else from the
From
first
here,
column.
from here you have to do that.
It's
Okay.
just down of if. Exactly
Okay.
down of if.
Right. So your annotation is enabled. Okay. Where is then I am not able to see. No,
Sir,
yesterday.
can I use 3?
Mistake is not that. Your error is indentation error. Okay.
Because the else is in the part of if. The else does not belong to the if.
Yeah, okay.
Separate. So it
Okay.
should not start from here. It should start from here.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir. If also up and down ఉండాలి.
D indent if. No, I am not getting that actually.
Bro, if కింద else పెట్టు అంటే లైక్ ఫోర్త్ లైన్ లో if స్ట్రేట్ గానే else పెట్టు.
Parallel గా పెట్టు కింద.
కింద ప్యారల్ గా పెట్టు.
బ్యాక్ స్పేస్ వాట్ వస్తుంది ఒకసారి.
అంతే.
అంతే.
ఆ ప్రింట్ ఆ ఫిఫ్త్ లైన్
కూడా
ప్రింట్
కొంచెం
కూడా
ఇక్కడ తీసుకొచ్చి మళ్ళీ మారిపోద్ది లేకపోతే.
అదేం కాదు.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు సేవ్ చేయి.
Every number is sum of previous two numbers.
Okay, right here.
Error వస్తుంది.
వచ్చింది కదా.
Is not అని వస్తుంది.
లాజిక్ లో ఎక్కడ
లాజిక్ లో ఎక్కడ తప్పులే.
సార్ అక్కడ
అదే లాజిక్ తప్ప అక్కడ ఆర్ ఉండాలి ఇక్కడ.
ఆర్ ఉండాలి సార్ పైన.
ఆర్ ఉండాలి ఇక్కడ.
ఇక్కడ end ది.
వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఇది మొత్తం
సెకండ్ ఎండ్ కదా.
ఓకే ఓకే ఓకే.
రైట్. ఓకే. Okay, those who are trying to learn Python for the first time, don't get deviated from others if they use some other editors and all. We can use editors once we understand how the language works. Okay, then editors will have many features which will help in getting things done easy for the programmer. Since we are beginning from we are starting from the beginning, it is better you use IDLE. Even if others use some gimmicks to do and all, those who are at a beginning phase, you be with whatever the instructor says, either me or Kranti sir. Once we complete certain sessions, then we will migrate to a better environment. Okay, right. So any
Actually, this is not my PC, sir. I bought. My brother, he was using this, so I continued it.
Right. No problem. Now, what happens is if you do use like PyCharm or Jupyter or something, others also will find it interesting. Arey, what చేస్తున్నాడు మనం చేయట్లేదు, ఏమో మనం ఏమన్నా మనకేమి రాదేమో అని అనుకుంటారు. So keeping that in mind, we are going at a very slow pace. Step by step we are proceeding.
No, sir, I did not even know PyCharm, sir. He gave it installed. That is why I'm using.
So unless you are comfortable with other IDEs, don't use it. Stick only with whatever the instructor says. Right. Now, again, I will share my screen. Okay. Any small flowcharts which you have designed with the Raptor, see whether you can do with Python by using only if. Since only that is discussed today, now that we know how to write a program, how to run it, okay, so only one control structure we have mentioned, if, and if we have multiple nested, we can do nested ifs. We can give any number of what you call conditions inside this if. Again, depending upon, you can remove braces, but when you remove braces, the operator precedence will come into picture. Okay, so which operation should get executed and all will come into picture. So if you don't understand all that, you put braces and proceed. Okay, right. So this is I end my session with this, Today is Wednesday. Thursday we don't have class. Again, we have class on Friday. Friday session. Again, if you have any doubts with respect to Scratch, you let us know. We will discuss that. If there are no questions with Scratch, we will again add one more topic with Python. Okay. No, if you have any questions, you can ask.
So now if you want to
I am stopping my screen share.
So first two numbers you will fix it because you know, right? You know. And the remaining numbers you will keep it in a loop. Okay, every time you will calculate the sum. What is the sum?
A few things let me tell before going ahead. The reason why we insisted you to do in Python version 3 is, I will explain now itself. I'm coming out of the IDLE. Okay, I'm minimizing this. Since this system has got multiple versions, let me go for an older version of IDLE. Okay, this is 2.7.9. Okay. Now in first let me test whether print is working or not. It is working. Now let me test whether input is working or not. Okay, input is also working. 2.7. Okay. Now I thought input will give me an error. What if it is a raw input?
So it will calculate. Got it? Okay, in the same way, but like every number it will change the value. So you have to keep this one in the loop and add it to the list. Okay.
Enter another number 7. Oh, it is working. Input is working. Raw underscore input is also working. Let me test this raw underscore input in 3.8.
Sir, what is raw input, sir?
Normally in Python 2, to take input, they used to have raw underscore input. Now I thought input will not work in this 2.7, but it is working. Let me check raw input in 3.8. This is so. This window is 3. Okay, so this window is 3.8. Let me test it here. Oh, right. So raw underscore input is not working in 3.8.5. So previously, if we wanted to take any input in previous version of Python, that is 2.x, they had this method or function called as raw underscore input. So when you write a script, we should also keep in mind for which version of Python we are using. Suppose I teach you in this version 2.7, 2.x version, and I keep on using functions which are specific to 2.x, and I give the script to you. You may have another Python version which is maybe better or superior than 2.x. So wherever I have functions which are specific to that particular version of Python will not work in your version. So to avoid that, we insist you that you only use 3.x to eliminate. This is one example. Similarly, you have many such examples where some functions work in previous version of Python. They don't work in the later versions of Python. Okay. exiting. And if the other thing which we wanted to convey in this class is see that you you sign in into or log in into repel.it. If you don't have any account, you create one with the Geetham IDs. The same ID can also be used for GitHub account. If you have a GitHub account with the Geetham ID, you can use the same.
For student, it is free, I think, sir. GitHub Student Pack. GitHub Student Pack, if we have, it gives some features.
Yes, yes. Right, okay. So my repels languages. So I select Python language, let us say. Now here, if I want to choose, this is 3.8.2. Now I have an application where I want to use it in the previous version of Python. Whether this option is there or not, let us check. So editors, you can do the settings part where you can determine what is the indent size and all. I need previous version of Python.
Sir, the second option, it says version control.
That is related to GitHub, not that. It is there, we have checked it earlier. Okay, if I go for languages, here you have, okay, practical. If you select 2.7, right? So it gives me the interpreter, which is an earlier version of Python. So you can, earlier I have to install Python software in my system, okay? And you have to move, suppose you have your programs on your laptop, your brother or sister will ask your laptop, you take away, they may change your programs, etc. In olden days, we had that problem. Now everything is moved into cloud. You only need a keyboard, a monitor for input and for display. Any account is available online. Everything is in cloud now. You can have it, you can create an account, you can just practice it. Tomorrow, if you are into some other system, you only need an internet connection, get it connected, go to your account and demonstrate your programs and all. So this is the benefit. Okay. Now, earlier internet used to be a problem. Now slowly, I think with this online classes and all, internet should not be an issue now. So this is what we, myself and Kranti sir, we are thinking of. Let us not confine ourselves that today I am sitting in this system. Tomorrow, because this is a laptop, this is a lab. Tomorrow, someone else might sit in my system. I have to move to something else, some other system. Then whatever programs I saved here will not be available there. I have to again put them in some drive, Google Drive or something I put. Instead of that, if I practice it online, wherever I go, even at home, I can use the same login into same and continue doing it. So once the unit 2 is over, once the Raptor part examination is over, we want every one of you to migrate yourself to something. We are insisting on REPL, REPL.
Sir, once, like it is asking, what's your skill level? What should I?
You put something. You say you know everything or you don't know anything. It's up to you.
Brand new.
Okay, sir.
Brand new is there. skill level.
So it'll take some input. You put whatever you want, but no. If you use Geetham ID's account, their academic account, they give you some benefits if you use Geetham account. Okay, and we can also conduct hackathons, a group competition among you, among the 120 students, if we have a platform like this. This is our plan in the coming sessions. Okay, so this also we wanted to tell you. Okay.
Sir, can you share a link to me?
Which one? I have option. I have given. Multiple participants can share.
Yes, sir. On top you have the share, no, sir. If you give the link.
Right. Acha, this one. Okay. So like I will write a small program and share it to you. Main PHP. So print. Let me type something. This is my sample Python code. Let me go to 3.8 and then share it what we wanted to demonstrate. So languages, where are languages?
Why only now 28 students, 26 students are there in the lab? What happened?
Sample script. Okay, I click on share. So I keep Kranti sir's name.
Give that link to me, sir, directly.
Okay, directly. How to give this one?
Yes.
Copy. I will put in WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I could see only 26 students are there in the class. I don't know what is the problem.
So the program which was written, I have kept that link to someone, to Kranti sir, and we both can do parallelly, I suppose. Permission to enable notifications. Okay.
Yeah, I have just joined it.
Okay, hello.
Yeah. I think you can see I can type it.
You are there, sir?
Yes.
Right. So I am not typing anything.
So it's a collaborative environment, actually. And you can also see on top, you can just see how much of time and at what time I have just edited it. Sir, click on the play button, sir, if possible.
This one?
No, sir. On top, there is a play button, right? Behind run.
Behind run.
Yeah. Beside run, sir.
This one. Okay. Ripple history. Okay.
Yeah. If you click on that, we can clearly see at what minute you have done which program. Sir, there on that main.py below the
main.py.
Yes, sir. So nothing has been done yet. Expand the day, sir. Expand the day. Now you can see, sir, at what moment, at what minute we have done what. So those things. So I think if you are doing a real one, you people, we can see whether you have copied at a particular minute or whether you have actually done it real or not. So you can see each minute sir has edited something, right? We can see all the history here.
So maybe later, once we are comfortable at a certain level, if we give projects to you, where a team of 5 will be doing on a common project, you can all share this link, write code among yourself, whatever you write, it will be visible to all the other team members. So now what I am doing, I am asking you to share your screen. You're opening it either through the laptop or you're connecting a phone and informing it there. So if you have a common platform like this, you can share the link to the instructor or to your friends. Straight away, we can modify your code directly, so that I tell something you don't understand in between, some other will keep, everyone will have their own viewpoint. They keep on instructing the student, like one lamb, multiple lions or tigers will be coming and attacking you. So an environment like this will be helpful for giving you instructions. Right, so I am stopping my screen share. So 342. Okay, any questions or doubts?
Sir, should we connect it to GitHub? Like here is we got an option connected it to GitHub.
If you have GitHub
GitHub,
accounts, you connect. If you have accounts already, existing accounts with your Github ID, you connect. So then there will be only one username, common to both GitHub as well as REPL. And whatever programs you do in REPL, you can move it to GitHub, or whatever things you put it in GitHub, you can migrate it to REPL.
Can you ask him to join us? Ask him to join us and how to get it. Otherwise, I know what to do. Waiting for it to be 54. 54. Okay, I'm waiting for it. 54.
Sir, I have written one line like,
Okay.
once can I share my screen?
Where?
Can I share my screen, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
You didn't unmute your mic. Okay, so what is the program that you are doing right now? Okay, so have you done the programs in Raptor also?
Sir, can you see, sir?
We could only find Chaitanya has started screen sharing. The screen, now, right. Yes. We could now see it. Your
Sir,
REPL.
now like,
It's better to save it in a Google Drive.
how can I erase this previous line, sir? Will it be stored?
Sorry?
Google Drive, you know,
This previous line, sir. I'm asking like now I want to delete this.
Okay, you want to delete this?
Like tell me, yes, sir.
Delete it. What's there?
Like directly it's not working.
No, you have kept your cursor there. Now you can delete that.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. So maybe
It is just like a regular ID. That's all. It like regular editor. So
To
it
save,
doesn't
sir, like
save. Okay. Type something like that. I think,
you can able to see it. I didn't save it in my local PC. It was saved in the same way. If you want to save something,
so,
other than the PC, if you want to save, now you can just save it in Drive. Okay.
if you can see on the bottom, fail to connect retime. Maybe internet is poor at your end.
It's loading, sir, that's why.
So to work with online tutors like this, parallelly Zoom will be there, online tutors will be there. So if you are not comfortable, you work with offline tutors. Once the class session is over, you then copy everything into online tutors. That we will see later. It is just an introduction. Since we have 10-15 minutes time, we just expressed our idea how we want to continue with our program Python sessions later on, once we cover the basics of it.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, GitHub also, we will inform you how to work with GitHub. We can combine GitHub and REPL, etc.
Sir, most of the IDEs will not show type function, sir.
They don't show type. Show me one ID. Is your ID working with type?
No, sir, it is not working. Virtual Studio I tried, but PyCharm tried, sir. Both will not show type.
T/PA type.
Yes, sir.
Open, let us see. Type is a standard function in Python. Open it, let us check it.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Okay, okay.
So, revising the things, so I can come to scratch. 56. Are we using mobile or what? No. 20. Can you just return to your laptop?
Can you see, sir?
Yes.
Sir, see, sir.
Okay.
When we run, it won't show, sir.
Okay,
You need to use print of type A.
Which program? Okay, so now what you're doing?
Print of type A.
Okay, scratch.
Okay, okay.
So it's better to practice as much as possible. Okay.
Brackets open,
Brackets
type A.
Yeah, I will.
You can draw the flowchart. Roll number 15. 15.
Yes, sir. Now it is giving, sir.
Earlier also it was giving, but it doesn't know where it has to display the output.
I didn't print it, sir. Basically, when we try in Jupyter Notebook, it is automatically it will show, sir.
Okay, let us open Jupyter Notebook. Let us see why it is printing there, why it is not printing in VS Code.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At least in Jupyter Notebook, we don't use print, sir. Automatically, sometimes it will print.
Okay.
That's dependent on the editor.
So Python, there are close to around 10 to 20 editors which are supported by Python. So by the end of this semester, if you try to experiment on all the Python editors, you will become one more Einstein. 29. Right, 351. Last 10 minutes. Any questions? Doubts? I will stop the recording or pause the recording.